Regardless of your age, if you watched a lot of TV as a kid, then I'm sure there were a lot of shows that may have scarred you. And the one I want to talk about today is SpongeBob. Now, don't get me wrong, SpongeBob was an amazing show, and I would probably still watch it today. I do still watch it today. Maybe not the newer episodes, but the older episodes were pretty fire. But there were some episodes that did, in fact, scar me as a kid. But I narrowed it down to the top 7. You're probably familiar with this one if you were a SpongeBob kid. This is where SpongeBob and Squidward are working third shift, or the graveyard shift, and they're hearing like strange noises and the lights are flickering. So Squidward decides to tell a story about the hash-slinging slasher to SpongeBob to scare him. A bus pulls up and someone gets off and resembles the description that Squidward gave of the hash-slinging slasher, so they both think he's actually real. They found out that he just wants a job interview, and then this happens.
Wait! If that was you on the phone and you on the bus, then who was flickering the lights? Nosferatu!
Yeah, I was pretty confused and also scared as a kid. This episode, SpongeBob starts selling jelly patties, and Mr. Krabs realizes this is selling a lot. He tells SpongeBob to go round up all the jellyfish he can find. SpongeBob doesn't necessarily know why, but when he finds out, it's truly shocking. Mr. Krabs has been abusing these jellyfish in all sorts of ways, and it shows like every way. And he was doing any inhumane way that would make it easier to get the jelly out as much as he could so that he could make more money. Much like how a lot of companies will abuse animals in any way that they must to earn more profit. Now, this was a phenomenal episode, but there was some interesting scenes. I don't know if scared is the word, but it was definitely a little weird. This is where SpongeBob has an accident, so he ends up becoming a hermit, and he just doesn't want to leave his house.
Hello, friends.
And Sandy and Patrick are trying to get him to leave the house, so Patrick dresses up as a gorilla, pretends that he's attacking Sandy. It doesn't work, but then this happens.
If you're Patrick, then who's that?
Yeah, that's weird enough, but then it gets weirder.
What's a gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Well, it's funny you should... see, George, they're onto us!
Yeah, This episode is where the Flying Dutchman loses his ability to scare people, and SpongeBob tries to help him get his ability to scare back. He tests it on Squidward.
Why don't you told me? No such thing as ghosts! You don't believe in ghosts!
This episode really stuck with me because I still remember thinking about this a lot, like thinking about the faces they made, and I don't know why it just scared me so bad. They start making stupid faces. Mr. Krabs tells them like, oh, if you keep making that face, it's gonna stay that way, and they don't believe him, but then it actually ends up happening. It's bad enough, but then in the end, they all get stuck like that, and this scene is just disturbing because they're all laughing, but they're actually in pain.
It is not funny! Stop laughing!
So in this episode, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward somehow ended up on the Flying Dutchman's boat, uninvited. He was being hostile to them, and he said, you gotta work for me or I'm gonna throw you into the fly of despair. And fly being like your fly is down. So SpongeBob and Patrick listen to him, they obey what he says, but then Squidward starts complaining, and then he gets tossed into it.
Oh, now what? I suppose you're gonna show me. Oh, gee, that's very nice. Oh, what is this? Some kind of magic act?
This, honestly, is still kind of disturbing. Number one, I think you can all agree with me on this, is Wormy. Wormy, he scarred me as a kid. This is an episode where SpongeBob and Patrick capture a caterpillar, but they think he's a worm, so they name him Wormy. And they don't understand that it's a caterpillar, so they don't know it's going to change into a butterfly. And he changes, and they get really startled, and it shows an up-close picture. And as a kid, even now, I hate up-close pictures of insects, so this episode was an absolute nightmare. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to try to rush this outro because my light is heating up and it's cutting out. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it. And subscribe. I'm not even going to cut this. Subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more content like this, I'm trying to pop out as many videos as I can. I know I've been slacking. The last video kind of did dog, but you know, we still grind. And yeah, leave any comments down below what videos you want to see. Screw this light. Any videos you want to see. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.